Excellent. Okay, I think we're ready. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of start by leaving it up to you guys to tell me and us what you'd like to share. I know that the wine festival is a very big deal right now, and so what's going on with that?
Well, the Farmville Wine Festival is our primary fundraising event for Meals on Wheels. We really count on it being successful. It helps us to be able to buy the meals. We buy our meals from the hospital, meet the drivers at the hospital. We have 6 different routes and 5 days a week, and they deliver the meals all over the county and a little into Cumberland County just a little bit and Buckingham County just a little bit with Farmville addresses. So it's intensive with volunteers. It takes at least 30 volunteers every week to deliver the meals and make sure that things happen. And obviously it takes money to purchase the meals. So this is our way of making some money on it.
So how many meals do you deliver on a week-to-week basis approximately?
It's about 50.
About 50?
Yeah.
Excellent. And that's on a day-to-day? Or
Day-to-day, every day.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. And how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been the director for 9 years. Okay. But we had several good directors before then. I think it goes back at least to 2000. Oh, okay. Probably earlier than that. I'm just not 100% sure when it all started.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's a nationwide organization. So do you have like a local space here, or are you just kind of doing it out of your garages?
Well, the county has given us a little tiny space that we can use from the ag building. That's where our office is. Okay. But we don't spend a whole lot of time in the office. The main deal is just delivering the meals. So
gotcha.
We have cell phones and do things from our cell phones.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's a broom closet. You guys can set up over here, and if you need any more space, maybe find another one. Yeah. So and how many volunteers did you say that you?
It's about 30 volunteers. Okay. On a weekly basis. So.
And then you do both. Do you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
or
just one meal a day?
Just the one meal.
Oh, okay.
Just the one meal. Yeah.
Okay. And then how would somebody sign up for something like that?
Well, they can call. That's the main way, And although we're not in the office a lot, they can leave a message and we'll get back to them. Okay. The phone number is 434-392-8797.
8797.
Yeah.
Okay.
392-8797.
This is what happens. I disseminate bad information. That's why I try to follow up most of the time. Which reminds me, I should probably give our number out here. If you have any questions for our guest or for me or anything, our number is 434-394-0924, and you can give us a call, and we'd love to have your company with us. So how does this kind of roll into the whole...
Well, we'll let Cheryl talk about it. She's the one that has put on the wine festival.
She's the one that drinks heavily?
She makes it happen, though.
I always tease people that I'm a wino, but I rarely drink wine.
I can actually understand that.
Yeah, I love it, but I just try not to overdo it. But going along with this, part of the reason that we need to do this fundraiser is our Meals on Wheels does not accept any state or federal funding because we want to serve people that are under 65 years old. So we have a group in town that serves people over 65, and we kind of fill in the gap. We have some folks that are over 65, but we also have folks that are under 65. We also don't have to have our people be homebound, which is a criteria for Meals on Wheels if you're accepting state and federal funding. We kind of have a niche in Farmville. We serve those people that would fall in the cracks otherwise. And so it's very important for us to continue our mission of making sure that people get fed, and then they have a friendly person dropping by their meal and can visit with them for just a few minutes as they go along their way. So that's the big reason for our wine festival.
There's almost a whole other service you could provide for these people to have some company, right? I mean, that's so important to so many.
We know what's going on. If somebody doesn't answer their door and we know that they're home, or we know that they've always been home at this time of day, we investigate and we figure out. And we've had to call 911 for folks before.
Wow.
So it's nice to have somebody to check on you if your family's not in the area, especially.
Yes, definitely. In all kinds of ways, it's just mentally good for anyone to know that somebody's going to check on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how many years did the wine festival kind of come out of, or the need for supporting Meals on Wheels, or is it just two different things that have eventually found each other to work well?
It came out of Meals on Wheels and needing to find a way to raise some money for us. We've been doing it for 14 years, minus the 2 years for COVID, but we have been doing this for 14 years now. So it's been a little slow getting started back up after COVID. We've had a lot of wineries that just can't find enough help to come and spend time with us. We've had some folks that I think have gone out of business since we last had a wine festival. So we only have 3 wineries this year. We have Rebecca Vineyards, we have Bright Meadows Farm, and we have Bird Cellars. But they're all excellent wineries, and people have a good time purchasing from them, and they sell a lot of wine on site. So there'll be tasting, and then you can buy a glass of wine, or you can buy a cold bottle to sit in the park and drink with your friends, or you can take a bottle or 2 or a case home with you if you want to.
As much as you can carry.
But a little coup de grace that we did this year that we've never done before, and we're hoping will be successful, is we were able to talk Three Roads Brewing into bringing us a beer truck.
Oh, nice.
So we're also going to have beer on site, because we have so many people say, well, my husband doesn't drink wine.
Right.
Are y'all going to have beer? Or I don't drink wine, but if y'all had beer, I'd come. And a lot of the festivals are starting to incorporate that, because we have a lot of craft breweries in the area. So we're like, this is our local craft brewery.
That's awesome.
So we wanted them to join us, and this is how they do things. So they're going to drop off a beer truck for us and help us throughout the day, and we'll be selling beer by the glass. You still have to buy a ticket to get in and have your armband and be carded, and then you'll need to buy tickets for a glass of beer, just like you would have to buy a glass of wine.
Right, and those tickets, you can actually buy those tickets for the wine festival at Benchmark Community Bank. Was there some other places?
The Farmers Bank of Appomattox here in Farmville, and then the Sleeping Bee and Karen's Bridal. And you can also get them on eventbrite.com. You'll need to search for Farmville or Prince Edward County.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, during the COVID thing, that virtual wine just didn't do anything.
No,
for
it didn't
me,
do anything for me either.
So that's not this weekend. It's the weekend after. Now, if I don't drink, what do I do? Do I get in free if I don't drink?
If you don't drink and you're over 21, your ticket is only $15, and it's $15 on Eventbrite, and it's $15 at the gate. We're not going to charge more for the designated drivers and the people that just don't drink and are coming for the music.
Right. Well, and I think you make a good point of the designated driver. Make sure you bring one, right? Maybe.
Absolutely.
We've got the Lyft drivers and the Uber drivers and the taxi cabs just all lined up there. Keep everybody safe.
Yeah, we want everybody to drink responsibly.
That's great. And we're going to definitely hope that there's good weather. I'm saying a lot. Do you guys got something you want to throw at me?
Yeah, Cheryl needs to tell you about the music, because the music is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So we have the Castaways Beach Music. And they have come the last several years for us. I think they've been there since 17. Yeah. I think 17 is when they started coming. So they were here the 3 years before COVID, and they came last year, and they're here this year. We had to change our date so that we could accommodate their schedule, because they are an award-winning band, and they're doing a big thing at North Myrtle Beach this week, and were unable to come last weekend. So we had to shift a little bit, because I told everybody, I said, our band is so fabulous, and people come just to listen to the music. People don't necessarily come to drink wine. They come to listen to the music. And that's those people that like to drink beer and, there's nothing there for them but the music. They're still there because they love the Castaways. And so I was like, I am not doing this without our band.
Nice.
And they're very excited that we thought that much of them.
What kind of music do they do?
So they do beach music. They write some of their own.
Nice.
Like I say, they're award winning. They do some of the old stuff. They also do covers, and they are fabulous at doing covers. They do everything. They do country, they do hip hop, they do a little rap, they do Motown, and they do it all fabulously.
That's
Their
awesome.
lead singer is female, but a lot of the guys will jump in and they'll do something. You know, he'll have one doing Tennessee Whiskey instead of Karen doing the vocals on it and stuff. They have horns, so we've got the
That's
trombone
cool.
and the saxophone and
Yeah.
the trumpet going on. They have
Nice.
a great
Awesome.
drummer, the keyboards and everything. I mean, they're just a fabulous band. There's
Very
9 members, including their engineer, and so
That's tough.
yeah.
Believe me, I've been in so many bands. It's hard to get a band
Yeah.
together for a few weeks
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well,
It's
and
like-
they've been around for over 50 years. Of course, different people coming in and
Sure.
out. You know, somebody gets, you know, to the point they don't want to do it anymore. They got to bring somebody else in. But they have a great group, and we really love them.
That's great. Yeah, I love music. So obviously, I didn't think I was going to make it, but now I'm thinking I may have to go over there. You know, I'm just not a drinker. So
We can hook you up.
yeah.
So
you
that's
need to
this
come listen to the
weekend.
music.
Are there other groups playing then? Is there
No, they're the only band
Okay.
that'll be playing. It's really difficult to do 2 groups
Yes.
because you got to get it set up and then you got to tear down, and it takes so long to tear down and set the next one up that we've got them engaged for the whole day, but they won't start playing until about 12:30. They'll have
12:30.
music for us, you know, canned music for us until that time, but they'll start playing about 12:30.
Since I've never been to the wine festival, is there a lot of food vendors? Are there other type of vendors?
There are other type of vendors. We have about 25 vendors coming. We have jewelry. We have custom tumblers. We have people that sew. We have retail like Mary Kay and Paparazzi. We've got 2 of our lovely boutiques that are downtown that are brand new are coming,
nice.
and that's the Blake and Gray Company and Southern and Wild. And we are absolutely delighted because they have the type of clothing and accessories and jewelry
Yeah.
that are going to attract the younger crowd. They are just, I'm really hoping that they're going to be successful. I'm so delighted
Yeah.
that they're joining us, and I'm hoping that maybe next year we can get the other 2 and they'll still be in business, and we'll just have a good time with all of them being there.
So I never saw anything to sign up for this as a vendor. I do art shows. I've been doing art shows for a year
Well, it's
and a
probably
half
not
since
too
I've been.
late. Cheryl,
Well, that's what I was really going to ask. I mean, because it
she'll
sounds
hook
like
you up.
I can hook you up.
you give people with some wine in them, they're much more likely
Better
to
chance of
bloom.
selling stuff.
Yeah, no, we'll have to talk after
Yeah.
that. But
they can still contact us.
Okay.
You know, we're not charging any late fees this year, and because people are just still coming out of COVID.
Right.
It's been a really difficult time for everybody. You know, some of our standby people are just not doing it anymore. Some of them were older and they're not doing it anymore, and others just couldn't survive while COVID was going on because they weren't able to go to festivals and fairs and stuff like that. So we still have some slots open. I mean, I think we have room for about 40 booths, and we've got 25, so
Okay.
that's a good number.
that's actually a really
But
good
we'll
number.
accept people if they want to give me a call, and we'll
All right.
arrange for payment and get them situated.
Cool.
I try not to have
How much is
duplicates. It's $75 for a booth.
Okay, that's definitely
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah.
And how many
Tell
people?
them about the food.
And
Cheryl.
then we've got, we've got.
I think Frank is drooling over
yeah,
there.
Frank
I'm not
is
sure.
drooling.
Good stuff.
We are delighted to have a local group coming in, the Amish Traditions,
Oh,
and they
nice.
set up their little truck over at the farmers market a lot, and they
Yes,
do those
they
big,
do.
huge, soft pretzels, and they do hot dog pretzel wraps, and they do hot pretzels that are
I
in
went-
cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, I went every week to
Oh,
the
yeah.
farmer's market. I was working for an Amish lady, and so she was doing her flowers down
Oh, yeah,
here. So,
yeah.
every weekend. And I've had
Absolutely.
more than one of those
Oh,
pretzels,
yes.
and they are good.
And then they'll have donuts with
Mm.
them, both jelly filled and they're glazed. And if you've never had an Amish glazed donut, people, you are missing out.
and believe me, they're different than any other donut you've ever had in your life.
ever. You just can't. You can't even. I mean, hands down, they even beat the hot sign at Krispy Kreme. I'm serious.
And I agree. I really do.
And another vendor we have is Hamlet House Coffee. So we're going to have coffee there. We're going to have like specialty coffees. They
great.
do
Wired
cold
drunks.
and hot. Yeah. They do cold and hot lattes. They have little specialty drinks. They've got all the whipped cream and all the drizzle and anything you would want for your coffee. And they'll have a few little food items with them as well. Both of those are going to set up early so that our vendors can have breakfast and be able to have access
Somebody's
to
like
coffee.
thinking ahead on all this stuff. I don't know about
I'm
this.
hoping so. And then for food, we have Caribbean jerk pot.
I
So
have
we
not
have
heard of that.
Caribbean food. He
Nice.
said that Farmville's his stomping ground, so he's around here locally someplace.
Really?
I've not seen him,
Okay.
but his food looks really amazing. So he's doing Caribbean jerk chicken and goat. And then he also has like chicken patties and beef patties and stuff too.
That'd be
And then
cool.
we're supposed to have Papa's Box out of Roanoke, and they do fish and shrimp and burgers, and do like a basket of fries to go with it. So it's a box.
I suddenly got really hungry.
Well, we're excited that they're joining us. So I think that pretty much tells you everybody that's coming.
Covers most of the people. Do you guys have like a list of people who are going to be there on a website or something?
Our
or?
website's broken right now,
No,
so
it's not.
I've been I've been posting stuff up on Facebook. So
Okay.
just visit our Facebook, the Wine Festival,
Yeah.
the Farmville Wine Festival, and you should see all the posts about everybody and what they're doing and some pictures of what they're doing. I'd also like to mention our sponsors, though. We could not do this without our sponsors. So we try really hard to raise all of our expenses before we ever open the gates for the Wine Festival. And again, this year we've been able to do that.
Excellent.
So everything, our vendor fees, all the ticket sales, we'll have a silent auction. We have a 50-50 raffle. All of those proceeds go 100% to Meals on Wheels because of our wonderful sponsors. So those include Maxis British Cars, Joyce Eggleston, Farmers Bank of Appomattox, Benchmark Bank, Lithune Realty, Haley Homes, Colonial Farm Credit. I'm missing somebody I know.
It always happens.
Always happens.
It's invariable. It's going to happen, especially when you're on the air. It's like, yeah. But that sounds like a great. I mean, somebody's obviously spent a lot of time putting this together, and I assume that you have repeat sponsors. That
We
kind
do.
of
We do. A lot of our
keep you guys
sponsors come help us out every year. Honeycutt and McGuire is one of them that were steady for us. And we've had people come, like Haley Auto is with us as well. We've had people come in and out of the sponsorship. They'll sponsor one year, and then the next year they'll sponsor somebody else doing something else. And
Gotcha.
so Crazy Kenny's Car Coupe is also sponsoring us.
Nice.
Yeah, they're coming to me.
They're rolling in.
They're rolling in there.
So, do you? I assume this isn't a full-time job for either of
heavens,
you.
no.
So, but I'm sure it pays really well.
We're pretty much a part-time staff and mostly volunteer.
Okay.
A lot of volunteer hours. But yeah, both of us are full-time someplace else.
Gotcha. So the Meals on Wheels thing, your site's down. So can people go onto the Facebook and get in touch with you if they wanted to volunteer or something like that?
Absolutely.
So this is obviously a very big, money maker for you guys here. Is this your main money making? Okay, this is it. Kind of.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good. If it's not, you get a little worried about it throughout the year.
Yeah,
So just to remind people out there how important this really is, that you come and drink and be merry.
Yeah. Or don't drink and be merry. You can have a
That's
good
true.
time with the band.
It's amazing how much fun you can have without drinking.
Yes.
But if you get really drunk, there's coffee there, so you can be very excited. Inebriated. If you guys out there in our wonderful listening land would like to talk to Frank or Cheryl, sorry about that. I had a
you're
temporary. Please call. The number is 434-394-0924. We have a few minutes left. It's about 8:27. I'm gonna got to do my birthdays and stuff at 8:30. So give me something to wrap this up with.
All right. If anybody needs a vendor application or just has questions, they can call me at 615-513-0759. That's 615-513-0759. And I'll return your call as soon as I get that message. And then also you can email me. It's Nightingale, NIGHTINGALE 9591 @gmail.com. And Larry's writing those down, so he'll have them.
I'm not sure that was long enough. I know, exactly. Now am I going... Will I be able to make this? This is on the 29th, is that correct?
22nd.
22nd. Oh, okay. So I probably will be able to make
this
that.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
This Saturday.
It's
So
not a Tuesday.
we may have one of those crisp mornings. We typically do have a crisp morning, but then it should be a beautiful day, and the rain hopefully will hold off until the end of the day like it's supposed to right now.
That's what it's telling us.
Yes.
How often does that change?
Every single day. This is
does.
my angst the last 2 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. I bet. I know exactly how. Every time I'd have a show, every day I'm looking at the weather's...
And we're rain or shine, so if it's spitting a little rain and you want to bring your frog togs or you want to bring a little umbrella, that's perfectly okay. We are welcoming pets this year for the first time, but please don't bring any coolers and please don't smoke on site. We're kind of crowded in there and we don't want anybody to get hurt with a cigarette.
That would be a very good thing. I smoked for years and now it makes me sick. It just does. I just
The world's worst reformed.
couldn't believe I did that for so long and how many cars I destroyed with that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Frank? What do you got for us?
Well, we just hoping that we have a great day
Yes.
and hoping that we do well financially. Like we've talked about, the Meals on Wheels, we have to have it in order to do what we do.
Yes. And we appreciate you guys that give time to help the community and give back to people. I know that it's good for my heart when I do anything like that. So you both look very shiny kind of people, good people here. So it's been a pleasure to meet you both. And I am.
Nice to meet
I'm
you
hoping you guys are the best on everything
Thank you very
this
much.
weekend.
Come see us.
Thank you.
Come see us.
I think I may end up doing that. But, thank you. Have a great day.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
you
so
too.
much.
All righty. That was our guest today, Cheryl Gibson and Frank Lacey from the Meals on Wheels. I enjoyed that immensely. Learned more about what's going on here in Farmville and how it all kind of comes together. We are at that moment in time where we need to do some birthdays. But before we do that, I'm going to do a quick weather update so that you know what you need to do to get out into the world today. Temperatures raised itself 10 degrees since the last time I talked about it. It is now 49 degrees outside with 49% humidity. Wind speed out of the southwest at 6 miles an hour and the barometer at 29.88. It's going to be sunny today with a high of 74 and overnight clear with low 44. Wednesday it's going to be bright and sunny again with a high of 81 and Wednesday night mostly clear with a low of 53. Low Thursday sunny again with a high of 87 and a mostly clear overnight, low of 59. A high of 85 on Friday, and Friday night partly cloudy with a low of 57. On Saturday, showers likely after 2 p.m., and I repeat, after 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 79, and the chance of precipitation later on is 60%. Showers likely mainly before 2 a.m., and mostly cloudy with a low around 49. So it looks like that cell is going to be coming through during the overnight period of time. It looks like we may have some birthdays.
Give me a chance to proofread them. Why don't you? Did you do the obits, by the way?
I did do the
Oh,
obits.
good for you.
You think I would forget the obituaries?
Well, I didn't see where they had been checked, so I always wonder about that sort of thing. It's all right. I just want to make sure we're keeping up with it.
Where do we check them? After we read them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys do that, huh?
Yeah, you know, we're crazy that way. What is today, by the way? Can you help me out?
It is. It is the
Tuesday, I know that.
It is the 18th.
Aha. All right.
18th,
Let me
18th.
double check here and make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, boy.
Oh,
Here we go.
Hey, boy. Oh,
Here, you read that one on the 18th.
hey,
Let's hear your pronunciation on that
All
one.
right. I'm going to pronunciate Jackie Ponton of Buckingham.
That's where I was maybe going to go.
I don't know if it was right, but I sounded good when I
You
said
sounded
it.
you sounded like you had authority in that voice.
I'm full.
You sounded confident. All right, and also on the 18th, oh boy, hand me the
You need your little eyeglass thingy here, the magnifying device, the magical.
like Sherlock Holmes when it comes to birthdays. Marley Wallace,
Marley, happy birthday.
Melissa Motley,
Hi, Melissa.
and an anniversary.
Oh, cool.
Here we go. Tiffany and Steve Sisk Jr. Sisk.
Well, happy anniversary
Yeah.
to the Sisk.
And if
I hope they have a lovely night.
I mispronounced, I do
I wonder if they're going to
apologize.
go out to dinner tonight. I don't know. It's been a
If they
long-
weren't, they are now.
Yeah. Mr. Sisk, may I suggest to you, we still are in the Call Flow Show, 394-0924, if you're so inclined to call us. So that's it? That's the birthday?
Yeah, and if
Holy moly.
your name or names did not make our list, happy birthday, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Mikasa Sukasa.
How could they possibly get their names to us if they forgot before?
There's a thing called the email. Birthdays, right?
It's called-
At WFLO.net, I believe.
It's birthday.
Or you can send it to the general, like you like to say.
It's their birthday.
You should see, there should be a visual here, folks.
All right. So I just really enjoyed my new friends.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
they're
Good.
good people. You know, it's very rare I meet anybody that's not good
Well, I
people.
heard
in
some
front of
giggling
me.
and laughing, so I figured
Yeah.
things were copacetic.
I'm gonna assume you're not a big wine festival kind of guy. I'm assuming.
It's not so much the festival; it's just not a big wine guy. But that doesn't mean I turn my nose up at the wine. I just don't partake in the wine.
I would like it, except for the people. No.
We're opposites.
I do.
I don't want the
enjoy them.
festivities and all that. No, and it's really it's like coffee. Would I drink it? Sure, I've had coffee, but I don't crave it. It's not one of my things. It's just
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just not. You know, if you throw a soda in front of me, I'll drink that first. Yeah,
John, get off the floor.
give him a soda, he'll go away. It's like Don Rickles would say or something. Give him a soda, he'll go away.
Give him. Well, I actually had a thought somewhere in my head.
It's floating somewhere in the
It's
sky.
bad this morning. It's bad every morning, it seems like. But, oh, my goodness. Especially with guests, you know?
Throws you off a bit.
I'm like, I have this thought, and I'm trying to listen to what they're saying because it's important while still maintaining a thought in the background of what I want to ask.
Right.
It didn't work well today. No.
Didn't
no,
get the
no.
questions asked that you wanted to ask.
I started the question. So how about that, like, thingy-majiggy bobber doobie that
technical term?
you guys are working on? Yeah. Oh my!
Thingamabob.
What were we discussing anyway?
We were doing the birthdays, and we haven't really jumped to anything else other than you were enjoying your guest you had today.
I did. I really did. Oh yeah. I'm really debating heavily on if I should go ahead and go do that.
Oh, go to the festival?
Yeah. So the last show I went to, I made all these these little USB lights, and I put like fur on them and eyeballs and stuff. They're
Right.
really very cute. Kids, because the show before there, nobody was really paying much attention to my art because it was kind of too expensive for everybody, and they were good prices anyway. Anyway, I just got to decide if I want to do this or not.
It's Crazy Larry's paintings. Get them now.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, my whole booth looks like chaos. Like I didn't really understand what I was doing. Somebody just threw a bunch of color at me, and it ended up being my booth. So anyway, I think it could be fun. I know it would be fun, and I definitely need the money. So it is National Animal Crackers Day. Did you know
The
that?
actual cracker or the movie with the Marx Brothers?
No, the actual cracker itself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know that they changed the box on those?
Why? Why mess with something so, ingrained from my childhood? What does it look like now?
Well, before it looked like they were in cages or something, right?
Right.
And I don't know what it is now.
Is it still a box?
I have no idea. I haven't had animal crackers in years.
Now I'm going to have to check this out. This is sort of weird. And this is an appreciation thing, National Lineman Appreciation Day. Those guys deserve.
We need to play Wichita Line.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a idea there for you. You can play some Glenn Campbell.
There you go. Although linemen really have it easy when you think or you compare them to these guys that have been hiking themselves up the tower.
Those are the ones I'm referring to. The linemen climbing those poles, that's not easy if they have to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 100 feet maybe in the air, but that tower is like, oh my goodness. I can't even imagine being up there.
I don't envy any of them, to be honest with you.
There's one kid, poor kid, because...
can't climb out of bed, much less a tower in the morning.
He had really bad RF burns too. Like
I remember you mentioning that.
It's like, dangerous job again. But I'm hoping that they make a lot of really good money. Ooh, today was the day of the San Francisco Great Earthquake.
Aha! And the year was what?
A little bit.
Or does it say?
Why is this not doing what I wanted to do? See details. I believe this was the 89 earthquake that they're talking about. Today's history. It's just going all into the Confederate General Joseph E. Johnson surrendering, but not really talking anything about
weird transition, earthquake to that.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about this, folks out there. If you have something you want to talk to us about, please let us know. The phone line is open. It is 434-394-0924. This is WFLO 870.
Hello.
It is low. Oh, no, we're going to break out in song again, aren't we?
Oh, well, you never know.
Oh, I just saw some birthdays. Who was it? Oh, James, the actor, James Wood.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Is it Wood or Woods?
I think it's Woods.
Okay.
He was in that vampire movie that I told you about before, that they had the release party in the studio I worked at in L.A. And he was there. He's a short little dude. I mean,
probably surprising how many actors are not that tall.
Yeah. Well, it's like Tom Cruise. Oh, how they ever
De Niro wears lives in his shoes. Yeah. I've seen and heard.
That sounds like a bad name of a book or movie or something.
What's that?
Lifts in my shoe. I got lifts in my shoe. We can make it into something I'm absolutely positively sure of. All right. You got anything? What are you doing this weekend anyway?
Oh, I do not plan that far ahead.
You know how they used
to... I take it day by day.
Yeah. Oh, dude, do you remember how they used to leech people? When they were sick, they would...
Oh, yeah. I've read about it.
Apparently, they used to use them to predict the weather also. The leech is just an all-around...
I didn't realize the leeches were so magical.
I wonder who decided this was...
I think somebody was just playing a prank on people. Here, put this leech on. That'll help you.
Let's see, what does it say? Victorian doctor, fan of poetry, inspiration from the Tempest Prognosticator.
That's easy for you to say.
Have you? I don't know what the Tempest Prognosticator is. Do you?
No.
Maybe somebody out there is. I know we have some incredibly intelligent listeners out there that probably have.
That refuse to call in to associate with us.
3-foot-tall contraption was a beautiful intended brass mahogany. If it was going to rain, the leeches would slither to the top. By the end of his project, Merriweather had grown so attached to his leeches, he swore that they had befriended.
So we're dealing with a loon is what we're talking about now.
Yeah, George Merriweather. Of course he's a loon. No, I haven't heard of George Merriweather. Have you?
Heard of Lee Merriweather. Catwoman.
It does say, unfortunately, only a few of them actually successfully at predicting the weather. Others he wrote were absolutely stupid. That's what he actually wrote. Oh, the name Funny Bone comes from the humorist. I think we all knew that, right? Funny Bone? Humorist?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. The most requested funeral song in England is by Monty Python. Did you like the Monty Python movies?
Never watched it.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, my British humor was more in the vein of Benny Hill. I was more of a Benny
Gotcha.
Hill type of guy.
I love Monty Python. My dad...
A lot of people do.
Yeah. What was it? The one where they're finding the chalice, the cup. Again. Oh, so that song is Frank Sinatra's My Way.
Interesting.
Oh, I take that back. That one's the second one. The
Okay.
first one is the Monty Python
Right,
song.
I thought that's what you said.
I did, but it's
And what is the
Tuesday.
song called?
Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
Okay.
Seems like a strange kind of song for a funeral, but
That's
I can
probably
understand
the
it.
oddity of it, yeah.
Charles Darwin's personal pet tortoise didn't die until recently.
What died recently?
His tortoise.
Oh,
Have you ever had tortoises?
nah.
Apparently there's plenty like snapping turtles over here at Wilkes Lake.
Probably
I don't
so.
know. You don't go over there, do you?
I can't say I have. I mean, I could say it and be
Ever?
lying.
You've never been to Wilkes Lake?
I'm sure I have at some point. I'm not.
Yeah, I get it. You're not a lakey kind of guy.
Well, people are like, let's get to the outdoors. I'm like, get me to the hotel. That's where I'm.
I love the honesty. It's just like, there's bugs out there. My son would
Yeah,
love
no,
it.
forget that. Yeah, and the heck with the bugs.
Oh,
yeah.
man, you throw a beetle at that boy, he is out of his skin and into the next
Beetle.
state. Hoy. Well,
I just don't like the gnats and the stuff that goes around.
Yeah.
It wants to fly in your ear or in your eye or all this other wonderful stuff.
Well, I wonder if anybody else out there had the issue, not last night, but a few nights before, 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Beetles, hundreds, maybe thousands of beetles were just like
They probably
running.
dropped them on top of us from an airplane. They like to do that around here.
Oh.
You know what'll save the trees? All these bugs, and then they drop them on top of us like a.
Every year it's just a little different here. My peach tree is just like, pooh, got peaches all over it, no gooey stuff.
So you
on
got
it.
good peaches this year.
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
I'm hoping we're gonna pick them before they're ripe, so the animals can't eat them.
You animals, you.
Oh, guess how much time the average person spends in their life waiting for red lights to turn green?
We've talked about this.
We have?
I thought, but I don't remember what the time was. It's
Okay.
way long. I know that.
This is better than that. You heard the statistic the other day about the bugs. You eat like, I don't know what it was, 6 pounds of spiders in your lifetime when you sleep. I'm like, what? I told
No
Alicia.
wonder I'm not hungry in the morning.
I told Alicia that she didn't sleep for 3 days. She's like, holy
No wonder I
moly.
don't eat breakfast that much.
I'm like, far out. Bring it on.
You want
man.
any breakfast? No, I'm full already.
I'm sure there's some protein in there. Sure. Maybe bugs should come with little labels to tell you how much protein.
This
Wouldn't
one's
that be
high in
great?
calories. I can't have this one.
Oh man, 10 grams of sugar. Go away, Mr. Buggy. Yeah, my poor son. My parents, where I grew up, Prescott, Arizona, up in the middle of the forest. Took my son there. He's like 4 or 5 years old, and he's sitting next to the screen door at the front.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a big beetle. It must have been about 4 or 5 inches long. Just came swooping at him. He has never been the same. Did I tell you how much people spend waiting for red
no,
lights?
No, well,
6 months.
seems like it sometimes.
6 months out of your life. Sitting. No wonder I get pissed off
I
sometimes.
like it when you sit there and there's no traffic around. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna blow this one. I'm going right through this light, and then as soon as you do, it turns. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
as the policeman comes behind you. It's
I like the people that purposely go slower as they get close to the light, and then you catch the red.
yeah.
It's like, are you doing that on purpose? And if so, you better hope I don't catch up to you.
This is where I miss my Jaguar immensely. I'm telling you, I'm hurting. Thank goodness.
I don't get my thrills and kicks on making people have to wait at a light. I don't get that sort of stuff.
I've never done that. I never.
But
even
it seems like it happens to me all the time.
Really?
Like, yeah, some car will be ahead of me, and if they just keep going the speed they were going as we were approaching the light, I would have made the light too. But no, they just, oh no, I got to slow down now. And then it gets red, and then I get stuck at the light.
So when you're at the light, this is if you want to talk to us, 434.
There might be some police officers that want to talk to us.
394. Give us the lowdown. 394-0924. If you'd like to call us in, call us.
You know what another peeve is about?
Yeah,
you ever notice
yeah.
when you're on the road and you try to pass somebody, they're going slow, hence why you're
Yes.
trying to pass them.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they decide they were in the Indy 500 and they want to hit the gas.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Again, this is why I miss my Jaguar. But you know what?
My thing is you weren't in a hurry just a second ago.
I'm also on the other side. I will admit I do stupid. I mean, I get mad over nothing. Sometimes
Like somebody passing you?
Yeah, exactly. Don't pass me. Here.
I'd rather have somebody pass me than ride my tail, though.
Yeah, I don't like anybody on my tail, but if somebody's beside me and they're like in my blind spot, purposefully kind of in my blind spot, then it's a little irritating. And it's hard to be in somebody else's blind spot when you have a great big truck.
What else do you have as far as...
I have this. I think this one's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast how many slices of bread? I don't know who came up with this formula.
Well, I know it's
but
enough to get
somebody
Michael
had to.
J. Fox Back to the Future. So it ought to be a lot of toast.
Yeah.
I don't know, a whole loaf? I don't know.
How much electricity does it take to fry a DeLorean? This is a beautiful picture of some lightning, too.
So what is it?
I loved our lightning storms coming in Phoenix. I lived in the slopes for a while, and it was kind of up on a hill, and you could just see the thunderhead forming, and it just coming across the desert.
Another one. You're coming up on somebody, and they pull out in front of you and then proceed to go all of 35 miles per hour.
The worst, though, is when they turn in front
It's
of
like,
you.
why were you in such a hurry to pull out in front of you if you're going to go that slow?
I
don't get it. I don't get it.
Around here where freeways are just one lane and stuff, you're going 65 miles an hour.
Well, I'm going to cut you off. You seem like you're going pretty fast, and we don't need that. So they pull out in front of you.
That happens every time I think I'm on the road here around here. It's insane. It is insane. But I don't know. I also have to take responsibility for my own issues.
Yes.
But I do absolutely love driving when I'm not in a hurry and I'm not.
Yeah, that's a rarity for me. But yeah, you're right.
It's so weird here. I mean, it took us quite a while to get into the pace. In California, it's like, go!
Right.
And here it's like, ooh, shiny thing. 100,000.
real slow here.
100,000.
Wow.
A lot of bread.
Yeah.
I could see. I don't know. My brain is.
For those of you wondering where we just went, we went back to the toast thing with the lightning.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's people. There's people listening. Oh no.
There was. Now they're playing catch up. If they're still hanging here with us.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. 434-394-0924. It's been a good show so far. Hopefully people have enjoyed the...
I would think they enjoyed the guest portion of the show.
Did you know that President Lyndon B. Johnson owned a water surfing car?
No.
Yeah. It says he was always a joker. I don't know. Have you ever...
Is he a smoker and a midnight toker as well?
That's such a great song, man. We should sing it right now. I'm a smoker.
Let's kill off the rest of the audience.
There's still somebody hanging on.
For dear life.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm going to make it.
I suspect we're going to be talked to today.
Probably. Chastised a bit.
Yeah, well, we try. Interesting. His Texas Ranch, his Amphicar. It's like this old 50s beastie. Hey, David Bowie helped topple the Berlin Wall. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Interesting. It says, while David Bowie's trio of albums recorded in Berlin are considered among his best work, blah, blah, blah. His performance in 1987 of Heroes, I thought this was going to be more exciting. I guess he got in trouble because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time when that was happening. There was some, I guess, police crackdown going on that he got himself into. Chairophobia.
Afraid of chairs?
Yes. All right.
A fear of chairs. What?
Cheerio.
Oh.
Cheerio. With only one R. C-H.
Fear of Cheerios, the cereal?
Cherophobia. It's fear of being happy. I think this is very common now. I think this is happening to a lot of people. Don't you? I mean, it's hard to find happy people much anymore.
Everybody's turning to Eeyore from Pooh.
So now I'm just gonna go up to people and go, "Are you suffering from cherophobia? Can I help?"
Sounds like Lucy from Peanuts. Maybe you have pantophobia. Do you have pantophobia? What's pantophobia? The fear of everything. Or whatever it was. Something like that.
See, and I had another thought, and I don't remember what it was.
No.
They're being funny here. So I guess it's cherophobia because it's not the fear of share. Of course, that I think is a probability. I mean, I've been afraid of Cher a few times. In my life.
You've had personal interactions with her?
Yeah, she was over to dinner the other night, and we just. Oh no. What's the song that their famous song that they did?
Sonny and Cher?
Yeah, Sonny and Cher.
Oh, I Got You, Babe.
I Got You, Babe. So one of the bands I recorded in my recording studio was the Hoovers, and they were the original recording band of that song.
Okay.
Before, that's their claim to fame.
Mm-hmm.
These guys do. They're like a British ska band. They're fun.
Okay.
They were a lot of fun. Hey, you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from 2 miles away. Some things just freak me out a little bit. Can I do that, or can
that far away from that type of creature?
What happens if he, flagellates? Possibly.
Oh, that's where I was going.
Oh, it's amazing to see them eat their krill. Another bad name for a.
Okay, we get it. Some people are eating breakfast right now.
They were, you said, they were. Nearly 30,000 rubber ducks were lost at sea in 1992.
Rubber ducky.
And there's I've never seen John so happy in my entire life, except for when he got his picture taken with the Easter Bunny.
Doing my Ernie impersonation from Sesame Street. Rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky, you're so fine. Oh, rubber ducky.
And those calls now can come in at 434.
I'm wondering.
394-0924.
Every day we don't get a call, I wonder.
Wonder.
Okay,
sounds about right.
Just testing it to make sure it worked, and we tested our emergency broadcast system yesterday. So that's
twice.
Good to
It was so nice we did it twice.
Was 3 times.
Was it thrice?
Yeah, it was thrice. One from the computer, one from the machine, and then one to listen to it because we forgot.
Make sure all the bases are covered.
You know that there's a Manhattan-specific ant?
No.
Neither did I. Between 63rd and 76th Street, biologists discovered a new species of ant. They named it Manhattan.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'll let myself out.
Jury Manhattan.
Do you know that the inventor of the Frisbee...
was Whammo?
Oh, my. I don't know about this. The inventor of the Frisbee was turned into a Frisbee after he died. It's not a bad way to, settle yourself.
He or his coffin?
No, he probably, it's probably burned. Probably burned. Jeez.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Cremated.
Exactly. Yeah. Take your ashes and mix them up with a little silicone, a little plastic.
Right.
You got it going. Steady Ed Hedrick invented the Frisbee in 19 what year?
I don't know.
What decade?
20s. I don't know.
Which 50s.
50s. Okay, I went way too far back.
Have you ever played frisbee golf?
Frisbee golf?
Yeah.
No, I remember that there was a game at one point being played. I didn't play it, where it was sort of like where people would throw frisbees and they had flags. It was sort of like flag football a little bit, but I don't know what's this one you're talking about.
In California they have a lot of them. I don't know if I've seen one here.
So what's the point? What, you have to get it through some sort of hole or something like that?
It's like a chain bucket. It's like 3-4 feet up off the ground, and the bucket starts, and it's chain, and you throw it into the chain, and there's a par. So if it's short, long, whatever.
Okay.
So it's fun, actually. It's a lot of fun if you don't do golf. You don't do golf, do you?
Golf? No, I never tried.
Oh man, I enjoyed the old golf course by the airport. I mean, it was just like laid back. You know, I could take my son and Alicia there, and they could have fun too. I don't know what the other golf. Hey, do you know anything about the golf courses around here?
We only have one.
One now. What?
I heard there's somebody maybe opening the airport golf course again.
Oh, really?
I don't know anything for sure.
Do you know any? So, what about the other one? Is it like? Is it snooty at all, or is it pretty friendly to people?
Judd Smales works there.
Yeah. Well, maybe somebody out there could tell me.
It's a beautiful golf course.
Yeah, I've heard it's beautiful.
It's not so harsh as it used to be when they first opened it.
Nice.
More golfer friendly, more senior friendly.
Oh, good. Good. I think I'm going to have to get out and golf. It's been too long. That's for darn sure. And it sounds like we are coming to the end of the show here. And so I'm going to bid you all a good farewell. I thank our guest. I do thank John Staton for being here and bailing me out once again, over and over and over again. And I'll see you later on today.
WFLO AM in Farmville, 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 AM in Farmville.